First aid on the trails. We all hope that we'll never need it, but that definitely doesn't mean you shouldn't be prepared for it. So today I'll show you how I made my own first aid kit for day hikes and ultralight backpacking. I recently made a video with my DIY backpacking first aid kit. I'll put a link to the video for this first aid kit up in the corner here. I love it, but it's a little big, a little bulky for day hikes or quick overnighters where I'm trying to go ultralight. As for what's in my day hike or ultralight overnight first aid kit, let me show you. First up are some non-stick gauze pads. I have a large one for those wounds that you hope you don't get, as well as a smaller one. I also have some band-aids of various sizes. I found that I really like having this big one when I get some trail rash on my leg or something. It's nice to have this nice big band-aid. And of course a few of the standard size, because that seems to be what I use the most of. I also bring a few butterfly bandages to hold those wounds together that just won't stay closed on their own. And of course some alcohol swabs. I bring 8. Probably can't bring enough of those. They're small and light. As for these tubes, I do bring sunblock, not necessarily a first aid item, but if I keep it in my first aid kit, then I know I have it when I need it. And next, of course, some triple antibiotic ointment. You definitely want some of this to put on your wounds with your band-aids. And some anti-itch cream, just in case you run into something that's causing you some irritation. And some medications. I bring ibuprofen as well as some allergy medicine and some anti-diarrheal. Now you might wonder why you need this for a short day hike, but as I mentioned, this is also the first aid kit that I would use for quick overnighters or even long day hikes. So that can set in pretty quick. Good idea to throw this in your pack. Small, easy to carry. Put it in so you don't ruin your hike. Another important note, I do use these pill bags from Walmart. Not sure if you can see that, but you can label them with exactly what they are, the recommended dosage. That's important. For something easy like ibuprofen, I really only worry about labeling what it is. But for allergy medication, I don't take it very often. I don't usually have to use it, so I write down what the recommended dose is for the different ages so that I don't have to try and remember. The next thing I'll mention, and probably what you were wondering about if you looked at the picture, yes, this is half of a contact case. It is not one contact lens. This is actually squirrel's nut butter. For a while, I was trying to figure out how to take enough anti-chafe cream without taking too much. I love squirrel's nut butter, but the little half-ounce tub I think is $20. I already have one for my backpacking kit. I didn't want to have to buy another one for my hiking kit. So I was at the store and I saw these contact cases and I realized that was perfect. So I bought one, cut it in half, and then inside of it is squirrel's nut butter. And I use the other half of the contact case for my trail running first aid kit. Next up is some athletic tape. Rather than taking a full roll, I just wrap 2 rounds around a ballpoint pen. It works perfectly for holding the athletic tape that I want to take. I do take some medical gloves. If you're trying to keep your wound clean, or especially if you're helping somebody else that's bleeding, you will definitely want to be wearing some gloves. So I took these out of a larger pack that I had and just put them in a snack size baggie to keep them clean. I of course bring some moleskin to use for blisters. You will want to make sure that you have something to cut the moleskin. I also bring some safety pins. I know some people don't think you should pop blisters. I use these to treat blisters, or it can also hold together a busted zipper or some other gear that's failed. So bringing some safety pins along. Again, I use those pill bags from Walmart. Can be really helpful as well. The other thing you really need to think about with first aid is water. So I do bring some water treatment tablets, but to make sure that I have somewhere to actually treat the water, I also throw in a gallon freezer Ziploc bag so that I've lost my water bottle or it's broken or something else happens. I always know that I have somewhere that I can put water in and treat it with these tablets. And then to hold it all together, I just use this slider Ziploc bag. It came with some of those carry-on size liquid containers and it works perfect for my first aid kit, so that's what I use. I just want something that's effective and inexpensive, so this was perfect. That is my day hike / ultralight overnight first aid kit that I put together myself with items from Amazon and the grocery store. It's really easy to do, and I'm much more comfortable with this first aid kit than a pre-made one because I know it has items that I use most often and enough of them that I don't have to refill it after every single trip. The other nice thing about this is it comes in at just 180 grams or about 6 ounces, which is really light. And I mentioned this in the backpacking first aid kit video, but it is so much cheaper to put your own first aid kit together. You can pay upwards of $20 or $30 for a pre-made kit, and it often doesn't include very good amounts of things that you'll need. But by putting your own together, you can make sure that it has everything that you need, and you'll save a lot of money. This one cost me less than $10 to put together. If there's something else that you've included in your first aid kit that I didn't mention for mine, let me know in the comments what that is. I'm always looking to refine this to make sure that it has everything that I think I will need in different situations. If you found this helpful, hit the like button below. I would really appreciate it. And remember, life is better with some dirt in it.